Yes, which was pretty awesome. Some of them were
Off the top of my head, compared.
You are now listening to the Voices of Dubai.
You're listening
Watching the Voices of Dubai with Joe Hage.
This is the Voices of Dubai.
And I'm so happy that you mentioned this because you were talking about the specific example of me reaching out to you and asking you if you'd please record an audition for a certain project. And by you giving, you mentioned that you also start the receiving process.
Of course, 100%.
And when you give to someone who's an audio producer that's in a position to also cast your voice and send it to different clients, that person, from my own experience, will be more inclined to also give back and push your voice and send your voice to multiple clients and make sure that you also receive what you give, basically.
It's as simple as that. For each action, there's a reaction, and I won't believe something else. I mean, it's a fact. It's a given truth. You know.
Would you say that's one of your life philosophies?
Yes. However, I mean, yes, no, because I'm very well known to be an overgiver unconditionally, which is another message. Another mission I have in life.
Sure.
And this is what heals me. This is what gives me inner peace, because I like to see people happy, because when they're happy, the unfairness that is surrounding this whole universal existence is just, it dims a little bit. I can't stand seeing unfairness. I can't stand seeing that for instance, in my work, I get paid this much, right? And there's this man who is way older than me, way deeper, wiser, blah, blah, blah. And he gets paid this much because he's an old employee. This is, to me, unfair, right? So many unfairness, we're not going to go there. We're here to spread positivity.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I believe it's what you said about, overgiving. Just wanted to tap into that subject a bit more, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Did you have any difficulties in setting boundaries? Because you're a giver and you're more inclined to, help the people around you, and because it makes you happy. Did you ever find yourself in a position where, okay, I'm giving too much here, but I'm not getting anything in return?
And this is where you'll get your first free giveaway. Good question. Amazing question.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's a whole process of training and inner engineering, because you never and will never be able to know how to say no in life. It's human nature. Unless you decided to put this just very rough, solid mask on you or layer, you will never be able to say no. Yet I learned to balance my no and yes.
How would you do that?
It takes a lot of downfalls, but rock bottoms, so many things. But at points, when I have to say yes and I don't want to, I know that it's going to be good for the other.
Okay.
So it's cool.
Okay.
I say no when I start feeling that it's starting to drain me in a place that's going to hurt me, hence break me, hence make me vanish. So I'm learning to say no. But to be able to say no, fully no. Unless really it's something that, it's really deep.
Affects you.
And it's my character. I will never say no. Right?
Yeah. Well, that's, to me, the real definition of a giver.
I mean, yeah.
Shout out to you for that.
Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you.
Betty, you're a TV producer, a voiceover actress, an entrepreneur, and a Bettiful person.
Yes.
Would you please share with our viewers, what do you mean by Bettiful?
Often when you're in places or playing games with friends and stuff, they ask you, so describe yourself in few words. I'm more than few words, good or bad, irrespective. But yeah, I'm just a Bettiful person, because I'm not beautiful, but being Betty.
You are.
I mean, thanks. I wanted to hear that. No, but being me, I feel myself beautiful, and my being me. So Betty, beautiful, come on, it rhymes. You can't but use it. Right? It just came up like that. So
that's awesome.
Thank
that's
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I remember the first time we met was in 2018.
Yes.
I was working as a business development manager and audio producer at Soundstruck Studios. And you were selected as the Arabic voiceover for one of our clients that was producing a series of animated videos. And that was for Johnson & Johnson.
Yes, you remember?
Yes. And After that, I know that we've been working throughout the years on a regular basis, and I'm really grateful for all the recording sessions that we've had, and we're still working today
Exactly.
on a
And
couple
the
of
best
sessions.
is yet to come, I hope.
Absolutely,
Honestly.
absolutely.
Yes.
Um,
And
Sim-
shout out to your consistency and loyalty and devotion in whatever you're doing. And you keep on pushing and pushing, and I'll tell you why later.
Thank you.
Because of you, one of my other dreams or my wish list, sorry, I just deviated
No,
a
please.
little bit, is to be able to do English voiceover. To me, it was something, a far-fetched dream. And because of you, thanks to you, I did.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
Because of
thanks
all
for
those
that.
values that I'm talking to you about.
In what ways? In what ways were you inspired or motivated to push yourself into recording English voiceovers as opposed to only Arabic voiceovers?
It was your confidence in me that kind of pushed me, like, why is he that much confident that I can do in English? You hear me very well in Arabic. But in English, I've never done it. I have 0 demos. And every time you call me, you tell me, I have this, can you please do the audition and do me a few lines? So over and over and over and over of practices of doing auditions, I ended up really becoming a potential English voiceover talent
That's awesome.
actress. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, and I thank you for that.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm so happy to hear that.
You're welcome.
I remember we also shared a recording booth. It was at
BKP Studios.
BKP
right?
Studios. Yeah, we were both recording for the same client, the same ad.
Yes.
And if my memory serves me right, you were playing the announcer, and I was playing the one of the characters.
Yes.
One of my questions to you, and by the way, for our viewers, we still use this as an inside joke on a daily basis. One of my questions to you in Arabic was, are these activities available at the mall? And your answer was?
أكيد. No, it's like أكيد.
Yeah, with the enthusiasm.
It means for sure in Arabic. So yeah, now every time we talk, we go like أكيد.
It's like, Betty, are you available tomorrow for a recording?
أكيد. Exactly. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
We have so many memories, man.
We do.
Really.
We do. In different
Impressive.
studios, different sessions, even different types of read, like radio spots or
Exactly.
online commercials, narrations.
Exactly, IVRs. And then people change, places change, times change. You're still here and I'm still here. And look where we're today, trying to participate in making a dream of yours come true.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
for me, Betty, sharing my experience so far in the industry and sharing the voice talents experiences is something that's very valuable to me. It means a lot to me to be able to share with people who are interested in joining the voiceover industry, people who have an interest in our industry in general, and also people that are curious to know more about the voices of Dubai, the voices behind the biggest brands in the world.
100%.
And to be able to do that and share that information is very valuable to me. And the fact that you're here with me is something I really appreciate. So thank you very much for that.
It's the least I could do for what you've done to me. But then again, it's the least I could do being someone very good and a giver. Not always good, but a giver. The thing is that seeing you throughout the years, where were you? How were you? How you are? And where you ended or where you've become is excellent.
Thank you.
I mean, when I entered the studio and I saw the setup, and you told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, podcast. To me, this is way over and beyond a podcast, not level. I didn't mean that, but I mean it's something really beautiful, and I bow my hat to your challenge. And really,
you.
it takes a good guts to do that. So
Thank you, Betty.
really.
I really appreciate that.
And this is very promising.
Thank you. It's been a mission of mine to always improve, always, keep learning new things, and when I say learning new things, it's also learning more about myself and learning how better to serve others. And since we're talking about the podcast setup and everything, I'd like to give a big shout out to Hustle Media, Khalid Al Haddad and his team. You guys are awesome. So please make sure to follow them. Can you tell us more about your experience and career throughout the years?
Sure. My background is I studied cinema in Lebanon, and I started working in the cinema field, doing movies, TVCs, and then slowly, I mean, without really noticing it, I got myself into the TV production, which was something I never wanted to do.
Okay.
Hence, I ended up doing. I was more into cinema and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then life had its way, and then I'm in Dubai. And I've been here since 2004 or 5. And I've been working in the TV as a TV producer. Of course, I started going the scale slowly but surely. And today I'm a TV producer for a TV show. I write contents and I do drama series, and I work for, a company, and we work for platforms and produce things.
I've also had the pleasure of working with you
Oh, yes.
in 2021.
Your memory, impeccable, you're right.
We were dubbing an
Yes.
Arabic voice, a Saudi voice, was it?
It was a Syrian. I mean, it was just a classical Arabic.
Okay, yeah, a classical Arabic.
Yeah.
I remember the talent came to our studios at the time.
Good,
I was
yes.
working at JBM as their managing partner.
Yes, true. Sorry,
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you sound designed something for us,
Yes,
right? Yes,
yeah.
I remember, yeah.
yeah, that was a cool experience.
Nice.
Because that was part of ADR,
Yes.
something that in our field as a voice-over recording, we don't see as much because ADR is considered voice acting,
Yes.
not voice-over
True.
acting.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to participate in a project like that was very valuable, a great experience.
Yeah, it's a meticulous job that, gets you into the world of the voicing and how to dub and how to mix and stuff and design, obviously. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was the first voiceover project that you ever recorded? Could you please describe that experience for us?
Okay. There are two. I mean, one is not so official, and one is the official first one.
Okay.
So the non-official one was when I was in Lebanon, and I was still at university, and we were doing some sound design and sound mixing, projects,
What was
So-
it part of a final project?
Kind of some like midterms and stuff
Okay,
like that.
sure,
So you
yeah.
need to do like un truc, some TP,
A
what do you call it?
practical,
Thing. So we started it, and then so I had to write a text and say it. And I remember my brother coming in, and he was like, "Hey, I found the idea. You know what? I'm requested to do this, and he was saying that someone called him from where he worked in a bank, and they told him they're looking for, and back then no word IVR was really famous, but someone to say, "Allo, ahlan bika ila,"
Yes.
So I'm like, "Hey, I got the idea. You know what? I have this project, and I'll do that. I'll do it for free. Just make me famous. I love microphones."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, do it." And he was looking at me like, "No, okay, do it." So, and then I go and I spend like 3 nights at university behind the mixer. And back then the mixers was still,
The analog boards.
big time. And then the mixing and everything, like a pure hardcore work. And I did it. And I don't even remember.
Yeah, please, if you...
But what was it? أهلا بك إلى Standard Chartered Bank. And then I was so happy. And I think it was on a CD. Maybe I don't know, tape. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Very proudly, I gave it to him and waited. I said, my career is gonna start.
Yeah.
And then one day he calls me, right? I was in university. He was like, I'm like, did I get it? He was like, listen, they think your voice is too deep and rough and crunchy. Okay, thanks, bye. And I will never, ever in my life come behind the microphone unless I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And I felt so disappointed, so disencouraged. I mean, that's it. Like life stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, we were still immature back
Sure.
then.
You took that feedback to heart, right?
Let me say, I didn't know the value of my voice as I do now, less than as I did when I first started in Dubai as well. And we can talk about this later on because maybe you've been through the
Absolutely.
same or other like talents as well. I still feel, and I am still a beginner on the way to becoming, a good voiceover, a solid voiceover. So to me, it was like, okay, you're not good. So yeah, let me stop. And then I stopped completely until I came to Dubai.
Okay.
That was like 5 years later.
I see. Betty, you've recorded so many projects throughout the years. Is there one project that you remember off the top of your head?
Oh wow, too many. Too many.
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
McDonald's, no. Okay, the last thing we've done together.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Of course.
Masdar City?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
So I was like, أهلا بك في مدينة مصدر حيث يلتقي الاستدامة والابتكار. This is what I do when we record.
Yeah, that's awesome.
مرحبا بكم في مدينة مصدر حيث يلتقي الابتكار والاستدامة لخلق مستقبل أخضر ومشرق. Full of
Wow, that was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the coughs,
yeah.
they're perfect.
Exactly. And the difference in the English, like they give you so much stress when you do the Arabic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then in the English, you just go like, welcome to Masdar City, where innovation and sustainability come together to bring you a brighter, better, greener future, right?
Awesome. Awesome. Love it.
Thank you. You give me one line of the last thing you've done.
One line?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the last thing? It was an online recording. Damn, I'm on the spot right now.
That's what you do to me.
Yeah. Khalid, can you play the crickets sound effect? That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Oh, I got one. That's coming up. There's a new campaign coming up. Amazon Prime is back. Shop deals and discount on all your favorite needs. Amazon Prime.
That's you. That's you. I never knew that. I love it.
Thank you.
Nice. And I really love it.
Thank you.
Nice. I liked your voice in French a lot, but this one, I love it a lot. Wow.
Thank you.
Nice.
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm very humbled and honored to be able to record for Amazon.
Nice. I know the feeling very well, and
awesome.
good for you. Nice.
Thank you. And since you came to Dubai, what were some of the challenges that you faced when entering the voiceover industry, and how did you manage, or how did you overcome these challenges?
Yeah, so many challenges. First of all, no matter what, like, okay, I've studied cinema, I've done acting as well, so I do have the how to shape yourself, how to body language yourself, hence your voice as well. But yet there is always this little thing of lack of self-confidence that always gives you a back, just holds you from the back and pushes you to the back.
Yeah.
So this is one of the challenges. I wouldn't say I keep on feeling that because I overcame it because I know where I stand now.
Would you say it was self-doubt?
Self-doubt, or maybe you're sometimes too perfectionist, and you want to be great, and then when you give something, you say, "Shit, it wasn't that good," and you just
self-critical.
it demeans you between brackets in a way or another. So this is one of the initial fears, but then again, it's because I had an issue in Arabic. To give you another thing.
Yeah, what was that?
Okay, it was a secret. Nobody should know about it, but now you let it
I put
all
you
out.
on the spot.
I came from Lebanon. I didn't know how to speak Arabic. I didn't know how to quite write Arabic. We used to speak in French, English, mainly French. So the Arabic, I used to talk it, of course. I used to speak it, but I never knew how to type, how to write. Hence the accents, the tashkil, fatha, kasra, zero. On top of that, everybody used to make fun of me for doing the tomorrow I'm going to Qatar.
Yeah.
I never knew how to do the qa.
The qa, which is a very prominent letter in the Arabic language, and there are 4 or 5 of them. Qa, gha, ta.
Yeah, exactly. I still sh, j. You have to know how to do them, and that was the worst nightmare. Like when I take a script.
Yeah, trying to figure out.
Like there's no qaf, I can do it. Especially when I used to come to your recordings, because at a time you started like really calling me for jobs, and I'm like, shit, how can I do the qaf correctly without being stopped? And you had qais in the back, qaf. And then I overcame it, and it worked.
That's awesome.
And now it's quite well.
Because honestly, whenever you would come to read those complicated scripts or even like radio spots, I had no idea that you had that struggle, because I couldn't hear it. But also, it's funny that you mentioned that, because it's something that I can absolutely relate to. I was raised French school.
Yeah.
So Arabic was a third language for me. Of course, I used to speak it at home with my parents. But as you know, the Lebanese dialect is not as focused on pronunciation of certain letters.
Exactly.
Qaf and ta and ha, you know. So I also faced the same struggle when I started my voice acting career in 2015. And actually, I used to get some advice, and I still do till today, from Nasim Ramadan,
Wow.
who helps me with the
Wow.
qaf and ta. And over the years, I found myself becoming more and more confident in my reads in Arabic because of that practice.
Of course.
But it takes you saying, okay, I have this issue, and this is something that I need to work on for you to actually improve, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You had no idea, but I used to finish and go to the elevator. You know,
Sweating
Abu
bullets.
Bettiful. But yeah, over the years it became well. So here I did a first radio spot for a friend, actually a colleague's sister who lived in Abu Dhabi, and she used to sell abayas.
Okay.
But really, the level of the ad of the commercial is I mean, no one would ever do it. You know, من بلاد العجائب, stuff like that.
Nice.
And I did it with pride.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kept it as the first
Official one.
official on my demo that I shared with you, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
With everyone.
yeah.
I just keep it. It's my good luck in a way or another.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There was another one. It started with a dramatic music. You know the type you hear in Arabic drama series?
Okay.
Okay, so the music starts like dum, 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 and you're كوني الحبيبة.
الزوجة والأم.
I love that demo. I absolutely love that
That's
demo
the
of yours.
for promo, yes.
Is it?
Your memory.
I remember that demo. Like
No, that's the
even the
Nescafe.
music.
Nescafe. كوني الحبيبة الزوجة والأم.
Is it Nescafe?
I don't remember. You know better.
I mean, the music was just like
Nescafe.
how the music started, and then your voice with it.
yeah.
That was like brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
one of my favorite demos of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Betty, being a mother of two, a voiceover actress, a TV producer, and entrepreneur as well, which I'd like to discuss a bit more in detail. How do you effectively manage your time to make sure that you're productive in all of these different areas of your life? I believe that would be like really good insight for people out there.
To be short and concise, I think the day I lack one of those 5 or 6 or 4 missions, or I don't know what's the right word, commitments, or just existences. These are pillars in my life. The day I lose one of them, I start mismanaging my time and myself. I reach this level of discipline that I can, multitask and all that. And that's where I am in my comfort zone.
Okay.
If I don't do these, something is missing in my life. They are like really pillars. They're my chakra. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah.
They're inner values for you. Would you say that they're your core values?
My core value would be being a mom, as funky and cool and happy and sociable as I am. But I think being a mom is the best meditation one can ever be.
That's beautiful.
Because you just mirror everything. And then when you mirror, you get to heal yourself and know what's wrong and what's right, right? Because you always want what's best for your kids. Hence, you give the best version of you or the best part to them, through them.
That's
so
beautiful.
That's a meditation I can't live with. And then the rest, the cooking is another relief, just like you play football or, it's a hobby. And it makes me do something good and create. I'm a creator as well. So,
Yes.
On the other hand...
Is your cooking part of Be the Brand?
No, not for the moment. I would like to venture in that and actually become someone who does, bites for parties and stuff like that. But that's maybe for another period of my life.
I see. And what about Be the Brand? Could you tell us about Be the Brand?
Yes,
That's
sure.
part of your creative entrepreneurship.
Yes. I used to do, and I still do jewelry. I design jewelry. That very, very peculiar, minimalistic, something that I like to wear. Because every time I go to buy something, a jewelry, or a piece of jewel, actually, a jewel or a piece of jewelry, I really never find something that represents me. I like to have an accessory that I wear that gives a statement, makes a statement. Hence, I started doing that and selling. Eventually, I said, oh, wait, I work designs, I do things. I adore doing personalized things. Again, me in life, if I don't tickle and tackle your emotions, I never got into you and we never connected.
Tickle and tackle. I like that.
So, yeah, that's what I remembered the song. That's why I went there.
What was that?
The ripples from a pebble, windmills of your mind.
Wow, I don't know that. Who's the artist?
Mainly it's Sting, but it's sang by so many people.
Okay.
It's a lovely song. Windmills of your mind. You don't know it?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta listen to it later.
So Windmills of Your Mind. I'm gonna write this down. Windmills.
I'm sure you've heard it, but maybe now.
Maybe as a different cover. Maybe
Of course,
someone.
Sting. The classic is Sting, but I usually listen to other versions.
Yeah. Awesome.
Round like a circle in a silent, like a wheel within a wheel.
Wow. No.
Never ending or beginning.
Nice.
Really? You don't know it?
No.
Come on.
Can we play the music in the background?
On an ever spinning wheel.
It's a karaoke session today on the Voices of Dubai. I love it.
It's part of being voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I like to tickle and tackle people's emotions.
Yeah.
And I feel that personalizing a gift, right? Whenever I want to make a gift to you or to someone I love and I care for, I like to have it thought and well thought of. So personalizing a gift to me is something very nice. That's where Be the Brand came out from. And I do personalized gift items. Like anything you want is personalized. It's
Awesome.
just custom made for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's always made with love.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Were there any specific voice actor performances or impressions that you heard that made a mark on you and kind of influenced your decision to become a voiceover actress?
First of all, shout out to Rania Abinader.
Nice.
Rania and I used to be in the same school for 3 years. The last 3 years of my life, I moved to a school, so Rania was my classmate. And then, I went to university. My university was like on La La Land, and she went to do journalism. And then we never met, we never spoke. And then I came to Dubai, I spent a good 4 years, and then I moved to another TV station. And then there she is sitting next to me. Like,
Wow.
how nice is that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
You had never kept in touch?
Nothing.
Wow.
Zero.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to the cinema world and I thought I'll never come here. And life sometimes take people apart because each one has his own journey, his own path.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, is that you? I'm your #1 fan. And I love what you do. Can you please help me be in the industry as well? She said, sure. Tell me, do you have anything? I'm like, no, I've never done any demos and stuff. She's like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
She was back then a very, very good, she still is obviously, presenter of business news.
Yes.
In the department where we worked together.
Okay.
So she was one of the persons who really enlightened me and said, you know what, let me try, why not? And the second one was the female, I'm talking. The second one was Muna Majdoub.
Okay.
She used to be the voice of NBC One. She left the U.A.E for now. I love her voice. She has a passionate, captivating, thoughtful, emotional, sensual at the same time, yet very lucid and solid and mature.
Wow.
I love her.
Wow.
And of course, Khalid Majdoub, her brother. To me, those two, I liked what they did. And I said, you know what, I would like to be like them one day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you think your TV producer experience and your studies, your experience in the field impacted your voice acting career positively? Did it have any positive impacts? Were there any lessons that you took from your experience that you could apply to your voice acting career?
Truth be told, it's the other way around.
I see. How so?
As simple as if I the feedback, the technical words is يعني أنا too. It's something. It's an addition.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
It's a
truth be
strength.
told, the value that I got is from the voiceover, is from the microphone towards the image.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Betty, throughout the years, I've had the pleasure of recording your voice for some of the biggest brands in the world and the biggest brands in Dubai. And we're talking Audi, Nescafe, McDonald's, Faqih, IVF.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us about your experience recording for these giants?
Can I start with something human?
Sure, absolutely.
So the Faqih story.
You
again,
became their brand voice. I
Yeah.
remember you were their brand voice in Arabic.
and human enough, or life brings signs. Really, actually, signs make life.
Yeah.
Funny enough or human enough, I was going through an IVF cycle treatment.
Wow.
And I don't remember, it's either or.
Yeah.
The day I got the yes, you're pregnant,
Yeah.
and the day like, hi Betty, ça va? Écoute, je t'appelle pour te dire qu'il y a le IVF de Faqih IVF.
Confirmation. Confirmation.
What is it happening? No. And then you told me there was this job, and I came with heartbeats.
Wow.
No, the first recording for Faqih, I have it, and the last one of Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Yeah. I
still
remember
have
that one.
it.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear, this is a woman talking, and here it's, am I gonna get my gift? Give me my gift.
Wow.
And j'avais le trac. My heart was
You were nervous,
beating.
right? Yeah.
My heart was beating so fast. It cannot be it.
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
And
It's touching, right? It
I
touches me a
I
lot.
never knew that. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
I remember Faqih IVF were looking for talents that they would use on a regular basis as their brand voice.
Yeah.
And the day we got a confirmation on your voice, you were pregnant at the time, I believe, right?
No, it's
or
the
you
other
had
way
the-
around. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Knowing that happened at the same time is mind blowing.
The day you called me for the IVF Faqih script,
Yeah.
I think the day after I got a confirmation that I'm pregnant.
Wow.
Or just the day before.
Through Faqih IVF.
And then later on, like, we became friends, because back then we used to be recording online because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
So I told her, you know what? I didn't want to tell you this, but my kids are IVF Faqih.
Wow.
Yeah. My kids are from your product.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
What about your experience with the other big brands that you've recorded with? McDonald's, Nescafe,
Yeah.
Audi.
McDonald's is all thanks to you.
Again?
And, it was the first official English huge thing that I do. Audi, that's it. One thing leads to another.
Sure.
I did their Arabic voice. They wanted only back then, this deep, sensual, sexy voice. And then it dragged. And then I did their IVR for English and Arabic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
one thing led to another.
exactly. And then the clients that come usually, I feel proud that I represent their brand. And this somehow, their belief in you, the way they hear you and tell you, مش معقول شو صوتك حلو, and wow, how beautiful and soft your voice is, or harsh, or back then,
Sure.
from
Sure.
Lebanon. So when they tell you this, it gives you a self-satisfaction, and then it gives you a little bit of self-confidence. It's like,
Absolutely.
I can do it. Yes, why not? If I did it before, I can do it now.
Yeah. And I'd like to say, Betty, the merit is all yours. Throughout the years, you've pushed yourself, especially with English as well, and in Arabic. You were saying that you worked on your pronunciation, you worked on the tashkil, which are the accents in English, and you pushed yourself beyond your limits. And the merit is yours because you recognized what you needed to work on, and you actually worked on these things, and that brought you to where you are today, which is awesome to see. Like, for me to be able to see that, like, throughout the years, the evolution, it's really great. I'm really proud.
Thank you. It goes both ways, every way, because if you don't work hard, you don't get good. That's it, as simple as that. If I'm gonna sit and wait for the opportunity to come, it'll never come. So might as well work for it and on it, right?
Yeah,
At the end, we are voices of Dubai or voices of wherever. We're just voices. We deliver a message.
absolutely.
I cannot deliver you anything that sounds good. Sounds good, literally. Or if it's a TV commercial, it's a different thing. But again,
The challenges of overcoming feelings of self-doubt or lack of confidence, if you may.
I never said that. I'm very confident and I'm good. No, listen, I think it's a process that you pass through during years, during groups, during things that you do, disciplines. For instance, let's say, okay, it's the practice itself. Like, first of all, you have the doubt. If I'm going to surrender to the doubt, I'm not going to reach anywhere. If I'm going to do the effort, I'm going to reach. If I reach, it means I can go the ladder one step further. And vice versa, slowly but surely, as simple as that. And the rejection at first, regardless if it's a demo that I do or it's a dress that I try and didn't work out, a guy I tried to hit on and he just dumped me, anything in life, any rejection, you have to take it. Peel it off, take the positivity out of it, make the best out of it, wear it or insert it in your system, and you become better.
I love
And
that.
it's just a practice in life.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. If you had only, so this question is a hypothetical question. If someone came to you with an interest of joining the voiceover industry, and you had only 3 truths or 3 pieces of advice that you'd share with them, what would these 3 truths be?
First of all, be true, which means be real, be genuine, be you. Give your
Authentic.
character, because whatever you give from within is what's gonna reach to the end listener and the product. So I said, be real, be pretty. Be pretty, because if you are not pretty, nothing is gonna pass. And then stay always scared. Stay scared of not being able to deliver the best. I'm
Okay.
not gonna say be perfectionist.
Yeah, yeah.
Always push yourself to the next limit.
You think that having that fear gives you that extra edge to
Challenge, of course. It's
to
a
strive for
challenge.
more?
Exactly. Because if it's easy, you're gonna do it and the message is not gonna reach. That's my
see.
character,
I
let's
see,
say.
I
If
see.
it's a challenging thing, I'll do it and I'll excel at it. If it's something boring, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna sound normal.
Yeah.
So no, I prefer to take the challenge part. These are my advice.
Yeah, I love how you framed that, by the way.
Yeah,
How you,
and
how
I'm
you-
really curious to know what other people said. What other people said about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll have a document with everybody's advice or everybody's 3 truths
Ah, nice.
that we'll be
Nice.
sharing with our
Nice.
viewers and our listeners. My last question.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
What are your 3 advices?
My 3 truths. Wow. To be honest, I have to think about. I have to
You
think
can't
about
put
these
me
for a
under
minute.
the spotlight and you don't have the answer. No,
And
no,
you're
no,
off the
no.
hook. I have to think about these. I have 2 right off the bat. My first one would be always learn. Keep learning.
Okay.
Keep learning. We never, in my humble opinion, nobody ever reaches perfection. Perfection does not exist. And if you think you're perfect, then you have nothing to strive for, nothing more to strive for. So the first one for me would be a learner, be curious, you know? How kids are curious. They're always asking, why? Why is that? Why is the sky blue? And then you give them some explanation and then they're like, But why? So be curious. That's my number one. That would be my number one.
I couldn't have said it any better. It's exactly my third point. I just didn't know how to translate it.
Reframed in another way. Just,
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
in a much better way, and I like it, of course.
Number two would be always do your best. Always do your best. And you have to be okay as well with the fact that your best, your personal best, might not be what the client is looking for.
Ouch, I love that.
But if
Spot
you know,
on.
that you're doing your personal best, you'll be more able to handle rejection. You know, if you're, we've all been in a challenging recording session
Yes.
where the client is asking you to do this, do that, do this, do that, and you're actually doing your best to provide them with the best value and to represent their brand. And not everybody's gonna like your delivery, your voice, etc. But if you know that you're doing your best, in my humble opinion, then at least you can leave the session and be comfortable, knowing that at least you gave it your all.
Actually, you end up nailing it, believe it or not. It happened to me so many times that the client wants something that, guys, I can't, it's not me. No, do this, say beep, 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 boo, boo. So I did beep, 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 boo. Okay, and they're just not happy.
Yeah.
They've tried it, beep, 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 and beep, 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 beep. Hours and hours. It took, like, we did a second session as well.
Yeah.
And at the end, I couldn't. And I'm never rude, right?
You're never
Until
rude, that's
they
true.
say, no, it's okay, guys, let's take a break, understand what we want. Maybe, because the brief I got is very different from what's happening in the live session. And then they said, let's take a break. I said, just can I, really, I tried my utmost. I reached to a place where I said, can I give one freestyle, please? They were like, okay. I did, no. I said it. And they were like, hey.
That's the one,
Yes.
the winner.
Yeah. Because that's it. You give your best, you are you, and you're good.
That brings me to my third piece,
Okay.
which is pretty much what you're saying. It's to be generous.
Nice.
Be giving.
Nice.
So for example, let's say, you have one line to record. We've all been in that situation where we have a one line to record. Be generous. And what I mean by that is, don't just come into the session and, okay, here's my line, blah, 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 and then leave. Okay, thank you. Are we good? Yalla, bye.
I don't give more than 2.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give more than 2 takes. It's not. Be generous, and because people will appreciate that. When you're giving, like we were saying in the beginning, you start the receiving process as well.
Of course, yes, 100%.
People will remember you. And when I talk about people, I talk about sound engineers, I'm talking about audio producers, I'm talking about agencies, I'm talking about clients. If you're a giver and if you're generous, people will appreciate that and they will remember you for that.
Of course, 100%. And it means this is your character. It's in you. If it's in you, then the best is passing through this filter. So you're very good. Yeah.
Betty, what is your definition of a great voiceover actor?
A great voiceover actor is someone who sells a product or a service without really knowing pretty much of it.
Okay.
I guess, if I want to talk from a marketing perspective.
Okay. Could you elaborate?
You give me a brand, I don't know what is it. Okay, let's make this test. Maybe it works. Give me a brand, give me a script, a very weird script that I don't know. Like, is he talking about a shampoo or a yogurt? I don't know. And then you tell me to do it and I do it and I sell it or I nail it. It means I'm a good voiceover. That's from a marketing perspective.
Sure.
From a voice perspective, a good voiceover is a good feeler.
Feel what the script needs.
Yeah.
What kind of delivery and tone would best suit this brand, etc.
For instance, a good voiceover, with all due respect to all my colleagues, I love them all, and I really want to work with so many names. I really want to work with them. But a very good voiceover, because I know, the others I don't know, is Rania Abinader. Rania goes and does one take, and she goes.
Yeah,
and
she's
just
awesome.
Nails it.
She's awesome.
Right? Yeah, but I'm sure about the rest as well. But that's one example. That's a good voiceover for me. But to me, I'm a great voiceover actress because the way I feel, I think, is peculiar, is a little bit different than the rest. I feel just a little bit too much. I'm a very sensitive person. So yeah.
And you feel that that sets you apart from...
It doesn't set me apart. It gives me my benchmark. It
Sure.
gives me my, my trait. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Betty, I'd really like to acknowledge you for all your service to the voiceover industry and your continued service to this industry and to other industries, of course, and to the people in your life. You're a very generous person, and I've had great pleasure in communicating with you, working with you, recording with you, and I'm looking forward to many, many more recordings in the future.
Okay, I would like to reply to that. I cannot but reply. I want to thank you, Joe, for your passion. I want to thank you for inviting me to your podcast. It means a lot to me.
It's my pleasure having you.
For your continuous support, help, push, love, colleagueness, friendship, and the humanship.
Thank you, Betty. Thank
Yes.
you. That means
and
a lot.
I wish you all the very best of luck.
Thank you. Guys and girls, if you like this episode, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. And if you have any other questions for Betty, please make sure to leave them in the comments. Betty, are there any ways that we can follow you on social media platforms?
Yes, my name, Betty Habibian. I'm there all over. You don't have to subscribe, like, nor share. No, yes, I am a normal human, and I don't do my work online. I'd
Okay.
like to keep it with professionals like you. So I don't do social media regarding my work of voiceover. So,
But you have, like,
A
if
personal,
someone
yeah.
wanted to follow you...
of course, Betty
Okay.
space Habibian, Habibian.
Awesome. We'll have
Yes.
these in the show notes.
Yes.
Please make sure to give a shout out to Betty. Follow her, support her. We'd really appreciate that.
Thank you very, very, very much. And I wish you all the very best of luck.
Thank you.
And I'm sure, would like to meet if I'm an Arabic voiceover, I would love to be on a table with my English voiceover.
Absolutely.
I think that would be very interesting.
We'll make that happen.
Okay.
We'll make
thank
that
you.
happen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Betty.